Hi, my name's Beth Royal. I'm the team leader of the internal audit team here at Creative Support Head Office in Stockport. And today I'm going to look at guide number 3, which is what to do when errors are made in money books. So the first type of error we're going to look at is when the error has just been made. In this example, money has been recorded in as change from food shop, but as you can see, the money out column has been completed instead of the money in, and the money has been taken off the balance instead of being added to it. We're going to imagine that we've just made this error and then we've spotted it straight away. So what we're going to do is we're going to score through the whole line so that no changes can be made to it retrospectively. So a line all the way through, and then we're going to put our initials next to it so that it's clear to everybody who has made the amendment. So I'm going to put BR there. Now what we're going to do is complete the line as it should have been on the row directly underneath. So in this case, the date was 1st of the 1st, 2018. It relates to folio number 1, so we'll put that in there. The transaction details were changed from the food shop. We'll put that in there. Change from food shop. And now we're going to record the money as it should have been, which is £5 in full, 5.00, and add it to the balance, and the new balance will now be £15. I'm going to sign it, and on this occasion, because I'm loan working, I'm going to write LW in that column. It's perfectly fine to write loan working or loan. At the bottom, I'm going to write in the comments section the date that the mistake happened, which is the 1st of the 1st, 18. And I'm going to write what happened, which is money entered into incorrect column. And I'm going to initial that as well. At the end of the month, when the manager is auditing the books, it will be perfectly clear what happened, why this amendment was made, and everybody following on from the books is now working from the correct balance, which in this case is £15. Now we're going to look at what to do if we spot an error at a later stage and further transactions have already been recorded underneath the error. In this case, you're C staff and you're coming onto shift and do the balance check, and you notice that an error has occurred already further back in the book. In this case, the description tells us change from birthday present, so we're expecting money to go in, but as you can see, the money has actually gone out and the balance is now incorrect. So when we make an error and we notice it straight away, what we do is put a line through the transaction. When we find an error at a later date, we're not going to put a line through the transaction. What we're going to do instead is put an asterisk next to the error and an asterisk in the comments section, and we're going to identify the error and write who spotted it. So we're going to record the error, which was that the £10 was entered into the wrong column and what date it happened. So in this case, it was the 2nd of the 2nd, 18, £10 entered into incorrect column. And your initials. Then what we're going to do is record the actual balance once it's been corrected after the error has been corrected. So in this case, the balance is £10 down and there's actually £35, sorry, in the tin. So we're going to write the date in full, date, month and year. Don't need a voucher number. We're going to write balance correction. And the correct balance, which is £35, and we're going to sign it. In this case, because I'm loan working, I'm going to write LW in there, but you can also write loan or loan working. This makes it clear to anybody else coming in to look at the books, whether it's a colleague or a manager, exactly what happened and what the actual balance held in the tin is. To recap then, here are some things that you shouldn't do when correcting errors. You shouldn't cross out somebody else's row if you've spotted the error and they didn't. You shouldn't cross out a row that's further back in a book where transactions have been entered after it. You shouldn't write over figures ever to try and correct them, or scribble over figures. It makes the book look really untidy, it makes it look as if we're not taking care of the book, but it's also really difficult to read, and that can lead to recording errors later when people misread figures. And finally, what you shouldn't do is remove the page and copy the entries out onto a new page. This is actually falsifying records. These are our financial records. The money book must stay stapled together, even if it includes errors.